He didn't even respond to that text, guys. He didn't respond to that text. I saw that he saw it, but he didn't say, yeah, lovely to meet you too, I let you know, or anything like that. Nothing, okay? Silence. So I then waited for 3 weeks, and I really wanted the bag. I actually wanted it for an event I was going to. I waited for 3 weeks and nothing. I haven't heard back from him, so I decided to order it on the website. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to maybe a little more of a serious episode, because there are a couple of things we have to talk about. First of all, let me address one thing. Obviously we know, all of us know about the conflict that's currently going on between Russia and Ukraine. And I don't know if this video is gonna get demonetized because I use those words now, but nonetheless it's still important to me that I get this message across. I get so many comments from people saying, oh Mina, how can you still be making videos? We need to think about what's going on in the world. And I just want to quickly address that and say it is very much on our mind. I think it's very much on every content creator's mind. What's going on, and it is a horrible thing, and we all feel helpless, and we all feel we don't know what's gonna come, we don't know where the situation is, you know, in what kind of scenario the situation is developing into. So it is very tough, I think, on every single human being. Of course, let's not even imagine how those people are suffering right now, but I think for anybody all around the globe it's a very tough situation that we're in at the moment. However, of course, we're still making videos. That is our job. All of us, we are content creators, so we still need to do our job, just like you are going to your job probably every day. We are still making videos, and I get so many nice messages as well that always say, oh Mina, you know what, you helped me really like distract myself. Because of you I was able to take, you know, to switch my mind off, to take my mind off things. And you know, if I can only distract one single person, I think then my job is well done. Okay, then next up, I wanted to quickly tell you about the price increase that happened today on the 3rd of March. Like the Chanel price increase, obviously. So I couldn't find it on the website that quickly, but just to give a shout out to my dear friend Steph from Handbag. You know, go follow her. She posted this morning, and there you can actually see the price for the new jumbo. So crazy, £7,475. Okay, so let's get into today's actual topic, which is, let's talk about nightmare SAs. Well, SAs from hell. So I did a survey recently, and I told you guys, you know, let it all out. Just tell me all your worst SA experiences. And first, again, to clarify, when we here in the luxury community talk about SA, we mean sales associates, sales assistants. You know, just to throw it out there again. So I said, tell me all about your worst SA experiences, because I recently had a really bad experience myself. So I wanted to share this with you, and then I'm gonna read some of your comments, and you know, we can have a little discussion about why these things might happen. Okay, first let me tell you about my story. So I'm not gonna tell you which brand it is. I mean, some people might be able to piece the puzzle together, and that's wonderful. But I'm not naming the brand because I actually love the brand a lot, and I love their bags a lot. So just because I had one foul experience with an SA doesn't mean that I need to, you know, badmouth the entire brand, right? So I think it's also really important, guys, that we always take into consideration that SAs are just human beings, you know, and they might have a bad day, they might wake up, they might, you know, get some bad news, they might just, you know, had a really, really annoying customer before you walked in, and, you know, that customer might have mistreated them. That's why they then lash out onto the next customer. We never really know. I think that's just really important, you know, to keep into consideration. Nonetheless, so I was going to that brand because I wanted to buy a bag from them, and I went to the physical store that we have here in London, and I was like, hello, you know, I would love to have that bag in that color, and you know, they didn't have it at the time, and I was just asking if it's possible to basically order that bag still in. And the SA that was serving me at the time was telling me he really doesn't know. I was asking, okay, could you maybe ask the manager or anyone, or check the system if there are any bags still anywhere in London. And well, he did that, and he said there's no bag in London, and that was it basically. You know, I went in, I looked at other bags of the same model in different colors, and I walked out. And so I did get his phone number, and yeah, I was just writing him again after that encounter. I said, hi, it was so nice, so lovely meeting you today. If you get that bag in, let me know. It would be wonderful. He didn't even respond to that text, guys. He didn't respond to that text. I saw that he saw it, but he didn't say, yeah, lovely to meet you too, I let you know, or anything like that. Nothing, okay? Silence. So I then waited for 3 weeks, and I really wanted the bag. I actually wanted it for an event I was going to. I waited for 3 weeks and nothing. I haven't heard back from him, so I decided to order it on the website, the same bag, because it was available online. You guys know I love going into the boutiques and looking at a bag before I buy it, so let me know, you know, in the comment section down below if you do the same, because I love to check the bag. You know, if you order something online, of course you can check it at home, but then you have to deal with the hassle of sending it back again, and you know, so if I can avoid that, I will avoid that. And so yeah, I ordered the bag online. It came within like 2-3 days. It was quick. It was incredible. It was really, really quick, even though they shipped it from France. So incredible service. And then I had the bag, and lo and behold, 2 days later, I filmed the unboxing of that bag and got a text message from the SA I spoke to, and he was like, hey, I just received your bag in the boutique. When can you come in to pick it up? And I was like, okay, sent him a picture of the bag and said, you know, because I haven't heard anything from you, and I didn't know if I was still gonna, you know, hear anything. I ordered the bag online, and here it is, the beauty, and I sent him a picture of the bag. And he literally responded like this. That was it. He sent me a face palm emoji. And I was like, oh, ouch. So I thought that was quite rude. I mean, let me know, please, what do you think about this? How would you have reacted to this? I thought it was quite rude. And that was it. Like, I of course I didn't respond to that. Like, that's quite rude, I think, if you think about it. You know, I'm a customer and I haven't heard anything from you. Didn't know if you were even trying to get that back from me. You didn't keep me in the loop, nothing. And then to respond like this, I was like, he might just have had a bad day. So please let me know, you know, what you think about this whole thing. But I thought that was quite something, right? Okay. Let's get into your story. So I was so happy that so many of you actually, you know, sent me so many scenarios of what you've experienced, and like a lot of your experiences were way worse than mine. Like, let's be honest. Let's begin. So, first of all, Nana said, a couple of months ago, I was at a Dior boutique in Paris. My mother and I were on vacation. I love luxury shopping, and since it was my first time in a Dior boutique, I was excited. My mom is disabled, she walks with a cane and is quite overweight. I brought her with me to the Dior boutique. As soon as we walked in, two male employees started whispering, pointing at my mom, and they were laughing out loud. It really ruined the experience for us and made me very upset. It sucks because it made me look at Dior differently, which is one of my favorite brands. When I read that, I felt really heartbroken, because and speechless, right? Because this is literally such an unacceptable situation. Like I said, I mean, we should always be aware of, you know, SAs might have gotten some bad news themselves that day. They, you know, they might have some health issues, they might have some family issues, we don't know. So I think to a certain degree we should accept, you know, I don't want to say mistreatment, obviously we shouldn't accept mistreatment, but you know what I mean. So to a certain extent we should accept if somebody has a bad day and they're showing it to you. But this, shaming somebody because they are disabled, I think there's nothing lower a human being can do. I was really shocked, and I still feel so sorry for you, Nana. But thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Yeah. Waffle Head Syrup. Hi. Said, I received a bag on Monday that had been clearly used and returned. It even had a stain on it and on the dust bag. The SA obviously overlooked it or never checked it. Anyway, I requested a return immediately. However, the SA insists the bag was perfect. I'm so bummed. Love your videos, girl. Oh, thank you so much. I love you guys too. That is actually a scenario I think most of us who are collecting for a while have experienced before. I myself did it with my, if you haven't seen the video yet, go and check it out, with my Bottega Veneta fail unboxing. Because, yeah, that was definitely a used bag, a used and abused bag as well, and I had to exchange it. I love it as well when the SAs then say, oh no, there's nothing wrong with this bag, but it clearly looks like, you know, you've dragged it out from a bin somewhere. G.well said, my friend and I went into Prada to look at some sunglasses. We were both super excited, girl shopping day, you know. I know, of course. And the SA just stared at us. We were the only ones in the store and she just stared at us from behind the counter. Never said hello, never asked if we needed any assistance. It just made us feel very unwelcome and uncomfortable. Haven't been back in a Prada store since. That's also a scenario that happens very often. I feel like, of course, you need to consider as well that, you know, SAs it might not be their dream job, you know. So they show that and they don't put all their effort and all their passion into that job. Of course, you know, a certain degree of general kindness should still be there, no matter if you like to do a job or not, but it's not often the case. So very often, you know, you encounter this. So Angelica, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Lalonde, she actually experienced basically what I experienced at that certain brand, and she experienced it at Fendi. I don't shop at Fendi often, so I don't have a relationship with any specific SA. Just pop in from time to time. I was tempted by the Fendi first bag in Python. Beautiful. So I went to the store and pre-ordered it with one of the sales associates. I've been waiting for the bag over 2 months, so I called the customer service. I was told it might take another 2 months, so I cancelled the order. Understandable. I mean, you know, up until you actually pick it up, you can still make up your mind, and if something's wrong with the bag, just leave it. So a month later, I went to the Fendi boutique and bought a peekaboo with another SA, and when I was about to leave the store, the previous SA came to me and scolded me like a little child for cancelling the order she placed. She screamed at me, "Why did you waste my time if you wanted to cancel the order anyway?" I was shocked. The manager didn't react. I explained her that I can't wait 5 months for a bag. I mean, yeah, I couldn't even wait 3 weeks. She screamed something else and left, and I left the store completely shocked. I will never ever shop there again. You know, that sounds exactly like what I experienced, and I was pretty much in shock as well. I mean, nobody screamed at me. Maybe the SA screamed in the boutique, but he only sent me that face palm emoji. Yeah, shocking, right? Okay, Angelina Cooper, hi, one of my very lovely and loyal subscribers. She said, I recently bought a Fendi bag, darling. I changed my mind the next day and they wouldn't let me return it. The manager was nasty and rude. I felt really small. If I would have bought the bag online, I could have sent it back. The boutique only lets you exchange items. I've heard that from another YouTuber actually too recently. I can't remember who it was. It's been a couple of months actually. And they said, so I guess it's important to know, if you buy something in the Fendi boutique, it seems like you cannot return it and you can only exchange it. However, if you buy online, you can send stuff back. So in that case, it might actually be good, guys, to look into online stuff if you're not quite sure if you want a certain Fendi bag or not. My Sita, so she said, at the Chanel boutique in South Coast Plaza, the SA tried to sell me a Chanel boy with scratches and glue residue. Oh my god, I mean, guys, have you seen my Chanel at its worst video yet? If not, go and check it out. So she tried to sell me a Chanel boy with scratches and glue residue by claiming that it was the last bag. When I was ready to walk out without buying anything, she miraculously found another bag. Very common scenario as well, right? I think most of us have experienced that too. Stacia, hi Stacia. Stacia said, in December I went to Buckhead Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm from Atlanta, okay, and my experience in Dior and YSL were pleasant, but Chanel Cosmetics was a different story. The older woman at the counter was extremely unhelpful, glared at me the entire time and answered my questions with one word. This was Christmas time as well. I didn't go into Chanel or LV because the lines were super long. It always amazes me how rude and miserable these luxury SAs are and how they judge and look down at paying customers. Even if the customer doesn't decide to buy anything that day, that doesn't mean they won't purchase at a later date. These items are extremely expensive, so it's understandable in my eyes. Considering these brands are luxury, you would think they would hire the best of the best when it comes to customer service skills. I saw a lot of SAs just standing around chatting it up while the actual customer walked in and was looking at items. No greeting, nothing. I get better service at Express and contemporary brands versus luxury brands. Not to mention I'm usually dressed very nice if I go into boutiques because I'm downtown on a date with my husband most of the time. I think that is something most of us can relate to as well. However, like I said before, we have to consider that those SAs might also work under really tough conditions. You know, they have sales targets to hit, and I mean, I get all the hate all the time myself, right? Because like, Romina, you always go look at stuff and you never buy anything. I don't know where my 40 bags come from then, but yeah. So, you know, I get that all the time as well, but I try to remember, yes, of course, they have to do their job. I have to do my job, you know. So they probably have really, really tough targets that they have to hit, and I think their day-to-day work situation might not be the best as well. I think they're pretty stressed. I think they get a lot of like rude customers coming in as well. So for us, you know, we only see, of course, how they react towards us. And of course it's not right, but we always, I think, need to remember what the actual reasons might be. Yeah, okay guys, so that was only a couple of the responses I got. I got so many, so if you're interested in reading more of them, just go and check out that community post in my community section, right? So I think that was it for today. I have another really juicy story if you're interested in it that I could tell you soon, but yeah, that's it for today, I think. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, join our little handbag obsessed family here, because we all do have the same luxury disease. Yes, we do. Okay guys, I'll see you again very soon. Bye.